What's up, guys? I'm Tense, and today we're going to be talking about the next Call of Duty, since that is a big deal in the whole gaming atmosphere right now, and it's a big news story as far as games are. And the game is being announced on May 21st along with the new Xbox. And that whole thing is going to be really interesting, and I'm going to be listening in to listen very carefully. And I've also been listening pretty carefully to what they've been telling us and what we can learn. And what we know so far is that they're saying that there's going to be this whole new Call of Duty engine, which is pretty obvious since it's running on an all new console for 2014 or whenever it's going to be released, which so far we've been running on like a 7-year-old computer. So obviously the graphics are not going to be up to par with what they can be. But along with this new thing, they are talking about a destructive environment, and that got me thinking about a lot of things. For instance, that got me thinking about like score streaks or kill streaks, and some of the high score streaks and kill streaks, like the VTOL warship that I'm going to get in this game, which will help me explain what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that it's interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do if there's a destructive environment with these high explosive score streaks and kill streaks that could just rip apart the entire map with one use of a VTOL warship or a Lone Star or a Swarm or even like a Hellstorm missile, just hitting a building. If it will just explode the entire building, because obviously it's this huge missile. So in theory and in logic, it would just explode the entire building and just rip apart the entire building. So I think that's going to be really interesting to, just to see what they do with that, if there is going to be a destructive environment, to see what score streaks would do to the environment. Since I think, since with the new environment, with the new destructive environment, it would be like playing a new map every single time, because there might not be this building that you camped in this one time, and that could have been blown away. But, it's also kind of weird. I just don't know. See, now I call him the VTOL warship, and already there's missiles flying everywhere and hitting buildings and hitting the rocks and the trees. And if there was a destructive environment that was a really destructive environment, like a true destructive environment, all of these buildings would pretty much just be getting ripped apart. In Battlefield, for instance, which is a game that has a destructive environment, they don't have destructive, they don't have score streaks and kill streaks that could do this to the maps. So, that's their kind of escape from that problem. So, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they deal with that, if there really is going to be a destructive environment. And, I guess we'll learn on May 21st about all the details to that and all the other details about the game. And if I learn anything, I will keep you guys updated. And that's all for today, so peace.